Hey, good morning or early afternoon. It's 11:34. It's the 15th of August, right smack dab in the middle of the month. Um, all right, air and water show today for us, and rain everywhere. Rain everywhere. So we'll see. Hopefully, we get. It's starting to see it's brightening up a little bit, but I think we get some more rain coming for us today. Couple of rainy days ahead is what it says on my little computer over here in the corner. So that's what I see right there. You guys can see it right down there. All right, quick on these utilities, man. All right, so they made a move. All right, we made a move. We talked about this at 4 days ago. I think we talked about 4 days ago. So we're looking at the dailies. All right down here in the corner. So today I'm always going to be changing around for you, but I want you to see the month. All right. So month, week, day, 2 hour, and a 15 minute. Okay. We're not really going to focus on these two bars right now. All right. We're going to focus on these three bars right here. All right. So what do we got? Well, we got a 3 day up. Okay. We talked about that. And what did I say? I said we can get these dailies to move. And then we talked about how do we position ourselves for these things. And I bought a little bit. All right. I bought a little bit, around 43 and change, somewhere around there. Okay. And I don't have a lot. All right. So now energy popped. Energy's been staying up. So going forward with energy, we're buying the hell out of dips. Okay, because this thing ain't coming to an end anytime soon. And they're gonna say that they made peace again, and we'll see. Hey, listen, I want it more than anybody. Let's get the price of gasoline back down. All right, but we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so here we go. All right, so we got the 2-1. I think we started talking. We talked about it on this day right here. All right, and I said, I'm not getting in this position yet. Okay, so 2-2 up in the 43. I think it was 43.73 is when I bought some on this day. All right, just a little. I didn't buy a lot because I was just testing to see if she was going to triangle out. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that triangle out. But we really didn't get it on the 3 day. But that's not really that's not where the bigger trade is. Okay, so this the 3-1. This is the day that I talked about this, and that was on the 7th of August. Okay, we are now at the 15th. All right, so that next day it came in with the 2-1-2, so it was a nice setup right there. All right, I didn't do anything that day. I waited till the second day. All right, didn't triangle out. Gave me 2 more days up. Choppy. I'm calling it choppy. All right, the bigger trade is what's coming next. Okay, so now look at our week. We are nice. We are poised for a 2-1-2. All right, 2-1-2. It's getting harder for them to triangle them out. Right, we got a little base here, and now we got a really nice 2-1-2 potentially. All right, coming into next week. All right, so this is where the trade starts to set up with the 2-1 through the weeklies, because I like to, I bought some of this just because I wanted to. Because if it triangled out, then I could come back to you and say, well, I triangled out and I bought some and it fell apart, la, la, la. All right. So, and I don't want that to happen to you. All right. So now I look for the 2-1-2 up. Now I'm looking to add. Okay. Whatever you guys are doing. And I don't know what you do. I don't know if you like the utilities or you don't like the utilities. Maybe you got some other things cooking, and that's fine. All right. I don't know what you do. All I do is talk to people on YouTube that I don't really know. All right. But I hope I'm helping some. All right. Trying to move them back into the Discord and then join the party. Okay. So 2-1 inside right now, 2-1 inside on the week. So I will be definitely looking for to add on the weekly. All right. The month is better. All right. The month is already in pretty good shape. All right, now we got 2 weeks left here after today. We got 5, 10, 12 days left because it's a long month, 31 days in August, right? So we still got a lot of August to go here, but we are in the middle. All right, so I'm looking for the 2-1-2 set up to the back up to the upside. Our magnitude would be next 46, 44. That's where we would be moving for, and that would be to 46, 68. So that is the number that we would be targeting right now at 46, 63. All right, 46.63, and that would be the 2 month. Okay, so that's the trade that we're looking for now. We're looking for the 2-1-2 that takes up fights with this guy here, because you are going to be fighting with this dude here. All right, but the minute we take him up there at 44.62, we're in a much better position because now we have triangled out the month, and now the month is a nice, beautiful hammer. All right, moving forward. Looking at the, oh yeah, you can't see that corner one, so this is the month right here. So for our potential purposes, 46.31 is our bigger move to the upside on the monthly at 46.31. And there she is, right? 46.43. She's not really lining up right now, but 46, this one right here. All right, so 46.31. All right, so we'll look for the 2-1-2 up, and then take this guy out. All right, the first thing we got to do. We got to get through 44.66. We're close. Okay, we're close. What did we get to on them dailies? We got to 44.41. This thing bounces around a lot too. All right, so this is the setup for the utilities. Now we're watching the ETF. Okay, now I'm going to go through some stocks that are in that group, and a lot of them are starting to get in the same pattern going on, because this is what's important. What's important is that the entire group is moving. Okay, now the ETF should be kind of the roadmap to tell us where we're going to go, but it's these individual stocks that can cause trouble. Okay, so a couple names here. I'm not going to go through a lot. I think you're getting the gist of the idea. All right, so we'll see what happens. This has been. If you already got in, then you're in a better spot. You know, you're already positioned in. Okay, now you're just moving the chains with the stops. You know, or if you're trading options, or what are you trading? You know, whatever it is. You know, we got to find that way to protect. Okay, so I'm on commons. I did not trade these on options. All right, so 2-1. We're looking to take the 2-1-2 up. And then we get a couple of names here, and we'll see. Kind of notice. I just want you to take this picture in your head and take a look at that, because some stuff is going to look similar to that. So CNP, Center Point, this one was down on the week, okay, but hammered back up. All right, so this one, a little difficult right now, but this was the day when we first talked about it, and it's moved up, okay? So the week was down here. Now the week's up here, so we did a lot of work here. Let those guys do the hard lifting. Okay, so now we got a nice hammer that's coming in here. Where are we trading this thing at right now? So yesterday's highs were 40.91. All right, so we have to get through 41.71. So we got some work to do here on this one for sure on Center Point. So you got kind of shooter down, hammer up. Let's see if the hammer can go up into force and start to move up. We're going to need another day up. What's that? 41.72 then. 41.72. That's going to take out the entire week. All right, so we got to get back up to 41.71, triangle out the week, and then we go for the next move up at 42.43, and there you go. Now the month is moving your way. Okay, CMP, that one's a little difficult. Knee, knee got the 2-1. I like the setups with the 2-1. I love 2-1 weeks. All right, especially when I got a hammer that's starting to get better here and it's forming up even a little bit better here on the monthly. All right, so knee coming up on a nice hammer here. Knee, this was the day. This was that day again, August 7th. I'm going to keep making a point of this because this is the first day we talked about them and they have moved up exponentially. All right. So knee, we're looking for the 2-1-2 back up, and then we got to get to here, 87.53, or whatever it really is. Okay, 87.38. All right. So you got to get there, and once you get there, now you're in a good position. Now you're 2-1-2, and you've already taken out the magnitude, and then you start looking where are we going next? 89.17. All right. But when all that's happening, when that 2-1-2 makes up, this turns green. All right. So knee's better. All right. Detroit Edison. This group was pretty quiet today on Friday too. I think because energy was kind of overrunning them here. But all right, here's August 7th. August 7th was here. Okay, we triangled out, and we came running and ripping right back to the upside. All right, so that was a nice move there with the 2 down, and then she fights back. That's showing some strength. Okay, beautiful hammer now going on. Looking for the DTE to take the 2 up. Okay, again, for 143.31, got to get there. 143.31 should be there, right there. Boom, you got a beautiful hammer, and now you're going after this guy. All right, so we'll see about that. EIX, already got the beautiful hammer here on the monthly. 2-1-2 back up. This was the 7th. Right here was the 1 day. And I said don't do anything on a 1 day. Okay, 2 back up. Detroit Edison, looking better. Okay, ATO. I'm not going to go through all of them. All right, this one ATO, Atmos Energy. This one kind of crapped out, but then it came right back. All right, this one you got the hammer, so you're going to have to work with the hammer. This one's kind of stuck inside the month. This one still needs some work. All right, so we'll see about that. SRE. Another one here with the 2-1-2. Looking for the 2-1-2 back up. Here was the 7th. It was a shooter down day, and they ran. Okay. NRG. Energy was a big winner on Friday. This was a big move. This thing's really nice inside. You got the 2 hammer. This needs to be fixed up. And this one's going to be the hardest climb because you're going to have to get through 141.05. So you got to get the 2-1-2. First thing you got to do is you got to take that up at 126.44, and then that's your next target, 140. I probably could get you somewhere else, somewhere right in there, 131.64. All right, 131.64. Watch your magnitudes. All right, and RG, better there. All right, again, not everything here. See, I'm looking at the group here, man. I'm trying to find the ones that were really good and the ones that were really bad. VST was a nice day. Kind of gave it up at the end of the day here on the 2-hour. And this was the move to the downside, which created this crease in here down to 148.07. Okay. So, chopping here and nothing going on there with the overnights. But this was the breakdown that created the 2-hour to crap out and for the day to partially crap out. So we're still 2-1 inside. I'm not super in love with that monthly right now, but we'll see what happens with them. Peg's got the 2-1 with the same thing setting up. This is where we want to get in positions on the weeklies. Okay, if you're already in, and I only bought a little bit down there, but I'll be adding. I mean, you guys, I hope you're watching them. I hope I've been kind of talking about them. I will remind you, because I am trying to get you so you can make some cash. All right, so we'll see what on that one. What else here? I'm not going to Duke had a good day. Kind of gave up a little bit at the end of the day here on the Duke too. So some selling pressure came in on these things at the end of the day, and so did the and if you look at Chevron, and I was trading this one, and I was trading ConocoPhillips. They gave up a little bit there too. You notice that on the daily and again at the end of the day. You see what happened here? The energy started to fall down, and then you get the utilities kind of following behind. All right, and then Exxon kind of took a little bit of a hit, but then fought back at the end. All right, so I think Exxon is probably the best of that group, and then ConocoPhillips. I don't know about this one. It's having a very hard time to keep it up yesterday, but it did hold up pretty good, damn good for the day anyway. So we're already 2 up on the week here, so you're going for all-time highs here, not too far off. So ConocoPhillips. Let's get back to Dominion. 2-1 setting up. So 2-1-2. You would be taking the position at 68.99. When this comes up and takes that out, that would be a good entry point right there. Okay, and your stop would go either here or here. I would prefer you to be down here. Figure out how much money you can lose. All right, that you can figure out for sure. Trying to get up here, that's our next move. Got to hit that magnitude, then you got to hit that magnitude. All right, so I hope you're getting the idea of what I'm saying here, and I think you guys pretty much understand. American Electric Power, nothing. Nice hammer. You get it? So this created the base, which created this, which is going to move this. And that is where the bigger trade is going to be. All right? That's it. That's all I got, man. I got stuff to do today. All right? I'm hoping to maybe ride my bike down to the Air and Water Show. I'm an avid bike rider. I bike ride like crazy. I put up huge miles. I'm a psycho, but I enjoy the hell out of it. Trying to get my son to follow me now a little bit, so see if he can get plays a lot of baseball, so he does his thing. All right, so we'll see with the utilities if this can really turn into a nice trade for us. Can it triangle out? Yes, yes it can. All right, but I think we're on the right road. And we're going to need some help from the energy group too. And I think we're going to get that help. All right. So that's it. Be good. Rainy days ahead with the Air and Water Show. All right. Have a good night. Be good. Have a good day.